Hey everybody, welcome to the Option Pit Morning Volatility Report. It is Andrew Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com, and your morning happy song. Doesn't that get everybody in the mood to start looking at stock options again? I defy you, anybody who has an option website where clients write songs for them. That's how much our clients love us. All right. Biggest event we have, Mark will be posting his weekly, there it is. Okay, for all of you out there, understanding how weekly options work. Great webinar by Mark. And I thought it uncovered a couple of myths on how options decay for all of you. Probably one of the best free things you'll get on the web about trading weeklies. Mark and I will expand on that in our weekly trading course, our Saturday trading course on the 25th, Saturday the 25th. It usually runs like 9:30 to 12 Eastern time. All right. For all of you that are already Option Pit Live members or above, it's free, 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 right? These are just extra courses we give our current clients and for new clients to see how we look at stock options. So again, just one other reason, if you're an Option Pit Live member, you get all the Saturday courses for free, and you get the price of admission right there. All right, moving on. General Electric, I'll just start like, okay, the open interest on the April 26th is 89,826. This was a trade that Mark highlighted for us. It's going to be a nice home run today. Just whoever heard of this, somebody must have known that GE was going to sell their portfolio a couple of weeks ago. The news didn't hit though till just recently. So General Electric, I guess companies with huge book values, there's some truth to that. As for the rest of the market goes, like we mentioned yesterday, still a lot of volatility in this marketplace in China. I don't see it going away anytime soon. We're still getting 1.5%. I believe this market was up 1.5% today, pre-opening. So a lot of movement still. Who knows where it lands? I think the catalyst for this was the Chinese authorities were starting to let mutual funds jump in and purchase Hong Kong shares. So that's, I think, changed the game a little bit as far as the individual investor trying to get ahead of that. And all of a sudden we saw these huge outflows. Don't know how this will end up. Don't know where these markets will go. We looked at this in our chat yesterday. We came up with Trade for Our Strategy letter. Other than that, we're just starting earnings season. We'll start looking at some potential earnings trades. It's probably a little early, at least for us, but we could see them. As far as other things, I like to look at some of these takeover name today, see if we can come up with something. We'll be looking at ESRX. And the last thing I will mention is Greece paid one of their bills, which is putting now the volatility products at new levels for the year, like VXX, UVXY are charting new lows, and we still have pretty healthy future premium. So the reality is the VIX is at 13. It's going to be hard for it to get a whole lot lower. However, that May future premium, right? May over cash VIX is now 3 full handles. This is a little bit delayed data, right? But it's still huge. So I think it's probably behooves us to look at an ARB in there as well today. All right. Those are the subjects for Option Pit today. As far as what the market's going to do, the market seems kind of happy, right? All of a sudden, China's not slowing down. People are buying shares all over. making things look a little happier here. We don't have earnings yet. So the big question is, are they going to be what's that strong dollar doing to corporate earnings? It can't be great for them, but on balance, it doesn't seem like it's really dented much considering we're trading at all-time highs. So might expect here more of the same. We could do the same kind of grind, right? Grind higher, vol getting crushed, and essentially that's what we got. And I don't see a whole lot of that changing. I will mention a couple of names that have just really had the big dead cat bounce of the century. You know, like the Russian index. How low did it get here? 12 and a half. Right now trading 19. That's a 50% gain. So just some of these were things were looking really ugly. Now for perspective, where did it start last year? Right? 27 bucks. I'm not saying it's an outright buy, but a lot of the panic that went into this seems like it's stabilizing somewhat. Right? And I guess the easy money in there at least seems to be over. But still probably a pretty cheap market. All right, with that, again, I still expect the vol products not to trade strongly whatsoever, more on the weak side. There's it with this huge overhang. So it's expecting, right? It's expecting VIX to go up to like the 14 level. Okay, but at this point, we're going to need something, you know. If something happens in the Chinese market, maybe it kind of crashes. All the buyers all of a sudden freak out and go the other way because the liquidity there is going a little nuts. That's when we could see, you know, our markets start to maybe move a little bit. But for right now, you've got takeovers all over the place, and it's keeping share prices fairly buoyant. And that's what we got. All right, everybody, I will see you in the chat shortly.